Hey guys, welcome back to Favorite Iron & Customs. I'm Michael, and it's going to be Febudaily Part 3. Unfortunately, I'm still getting over my little burn from yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm running around right now with no shoes on, so I'm definitely not going to be doing any work trying to re-injure myself or injure myself worse. The swelling is finally going down a little bit. It's just very hard to get around, and we're just taking it down day to day. But I did want to get this video. This is something that I had intended on doing, not necessarily in February, but at some point. I have already unboxed this. This came off of eBay, and it is a 12-piece mini quick change tool post and holder kit. Oops, there you go. And what this is it replaces the tool post holder on the mini lathe. And something I see in a lot of the videos is the tool post holder may not necessarily set your tool on the center of what you're working. That, and also, of course, you would want a quick change for convenience. So let's see, this thing does not really have any instructions with it. Like I said, what you do is you replace your tool post with a quick change tool post, and you have mounts for all your tools that go in the quick change tool post, and you have a cam lock. Let me see if I can show you that. A cam lock that holds your tool post, and then you have a little wheel here with a locking screw where you can set the depth of your tool. You can get your tool lined up with the center on the center of your chuck and set your tool height with this little wheel and lock it down, and then if you take the tool out, it's locked down in place and center. So give me a second, let me see about how to attach this to the lathe. Okay guys, something that I'm already not liking is we did away with the little hand screw to tighten this down. What I may end up doing is getting a longer stud, because that was what the lathe had in it, was a stud. So I just need to find that's very well probably metric thread. I'll have to measure it and see, but I expect that's probably 10 millimeter thread pitch, 10 millimeter by 150 I think is what a 10 millimeter thread pitch is normally. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I don't know that that would get in the way terribly. Another thing I could do is just get a looks like a 8 millimeter. I think it's probably an 8 millimeter hex. I do need to make a tool holder for like hex wrenches and stuff on the machine where it'll be close by, but I think that's what I'm going to do, is find a stud so I can use this. I don't think it will be in the way if it's mounted. Let me get my hand out of the way. I don't think this knob would be in the way from moving the what kind of alright, it's hard for me to, I don't think this knob would be in the way of moving the lock. And how this works is basically you're able to quick change to, say you needed to use this tip. Okay, so I went ahead and tightened that down, and I just used a 5/16 that, which is close enough to 8 millimeter that it'll work. But then you can take and adjust the wheel, the stop, and adjust get your tool fine adjusted to the center of your workpiece, and then it's got a jam screw to hold it in place. You lock it down, and every time you need the tool, it's perfectly set up to be in the center of your workpiece, so you don't have to you know, worry about setting up every time. And now I'm told that this tool might add a little bit of vibration. You may get you lose a little bit of the rigidity of the solid tool post, so that's something to be aware of. I think this is called the compound. Guys, I'm still learning. That I've seen some guys that will take and remove the compound because you only need it to make like specific angles, and if you're machining flat you don't need it, and they'll remove this to help increase the rigidity of the lathe. So that's something else that we may be doing in the future with to, you know, make the machine more rigid and more capable of doing what I need it to do. Also, this kit, I didn't realize when I bought it, it comes with a boring bar. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so I kind of lost my train of thought there. I had to go clear out some space. So, like I said, this came off of eBay. I got, strangely enough, the light is fighting against me today. I'll try to go in and leave a link to that. I want to say it was around $30. The next project I'm going to be doing on the mini lathe is turning down the hub. What I'm going to use is an ATV winch. I've seen Fitzy used an ATV winch. Mad Ginger Customs, they used a ATV winch, I believe, if I'm not greatly mistaken. So I like I said, I picked up an ATV winch and all the electronics, and I believe it was less than $100 to upgrade that to motorized, you know, electronics and winch. You know, I'll still have to go and make all the adapters and everything to adapt that winch. So that's going to be the next thing after we get this done. I'm going to shoot for getting this finished up in tomorrow's episode, as long as nothing goes sideways. So I think that's it on this. I do have some kind of exciting news. I'm actually, I hope this week is when I'm going to do it. I'm going to go pick up another TIG welder from a friend of mine. That he's gotten a smaller welder for his shop. He just doesn't need it. It really will take up a lot of real estate in the shop, but you know, it said Miller on it, so you had me at Miller. So we're gonna go pick that up, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a little too soon to say, but I think I'm gonna get a mill too. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how that plays out. I hope it plays out. But if I get a mill, that's gonna help me out making some parts for this machine, and it's gonna help me out making the flywheel adapter for the flathead. So good times, folks. Good times. Things are looking up. We're gonna get there. Like I said, I'm gonna try to finish up this mount tomorrow. I really want to get this mount finished up tomorrow. And I'm going to look and see how I'm thinking how things are going to go, because I really want to go ahead and get the Volkswagen in this shop. On tomorrow, the parts are supposed to be here for the Mazda. I may do a video on that. Hopefully those parts will get this thing sorted out, because I haven't been able to get it running. I was hoping that I could just run it off of propane. I have ran cars off of propane before. But I think the problem that I'm having is the nozzle I'm using is aspirated, and it's sucking not only propane but air, and it's not getting enough propane to run. So that's beside the point. So we're going to get at it. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be something more fun than this. But, you know, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. You know, we get to the point where we're making enough money off of YouTube, then, you know, I can spend more time doing YouTube. We're a long way off from that, too. So, anyway, I do appreciate everyone that comments and everyone that comes back. I'll see y'all later.